Welcome to our first ever That's Not cEDH gameplay video. This game was recorded prior to the banning of Dockside Extortionist. It is played in this game, but it doesn't have a major impact. We are joined by Hidden Planet X, who runs the Dead on Board YouTube channel. Hidden is playing as Rakdos the Muscle deck that focuses on a strong mid-game strategy and outvaluing opponents. Chris, another member of That's Not cEDH, is playing as Infamous War Doctor and K9 Mark I list, which tries to win the game as quickly as possible, but is able to pivot to a mid-range game effectively thanks to having access to the best card draw in the format. Dano, yet another member of That's Not cEDH, is on Vihan Goldwaker, which aims to pump out as much treasure as possible and kill the table through combat, or through a variety of breach lines. Unfortunately, this deck was completely destroyed by the September bannings. And my name is Misha. I'm playing Emil the Blessed, an old classic of the format that tries to make infinite mana as quickly as possible and win the game through a variety of combat lines. Thank you for checking out our first video. We stream on Twitch Mondays and every other Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central, and we're working to put out more YouTube content in the coming weeks. With that out of the way, let's jump into the game.
And I will start off, I will draw my card. I guess we'll start off with a Bloodstained Mire. I will crack that. I'm going to grab out a Badlands. And then I will tap that for a Soul Ring. What? But I'm going to be done after that.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a Polluted Delta. And with that Polluted Delta, I'm going to crack it, grabbing a... Let's grab a Volcanic Island, and I'm going to actually play Ragavan with that, if that's cool with everybody. Outside of that, once I get this Volcanic Island, I will be passing my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw, boop, there we go. Hey, I like that. Let's play an Arid Mesa as my land for turn. I think I'm going to hold off there. I'll pass turn.
All right, I'm going to draw.
Yeah.
Let's play a Verdant Catacombs. I'll crack that, losing one life. I'm going to grab a forest.
Just actual factual forest?
Just a casual, actual, factual M21 forest.
Weird. Interesting.
Interesting.
Go on.
I will throw that like that. Then I am going to play a Chrome Box, and I will ditch a Enlightened Tutor. And then I am going to play an Elvish Reclaimer, and then I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay.
I will untap and draw my card. I will play out this Dragon Skull Summit. I got nothing better to do. I am going to cast this Cursed Mirror.
Pretty sure it's going to be a Elvish Reclaimer. Let's go with
If
me.
it resolved, it is going to enter as a copy of Ragavan.
No!
Oh, surprise!
Darn, got me.
I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to send 2 Dano.
Oh boy, that's a Ragavan.
Yeah.
Turn 2.
He's a monkey.
Sure, that's fine.
All right.
I will take the 2, get your treasure. That's an Imp Recruiter.
Unfortunately, that's going to stay exiled because I cannot cast it. I'm going to pass it. It is now no longer a Ragavan.
Alright, untap. Upkeep.
It is now just a mirror again.
We're going to play this very fancy schmancy plateau for the turn. And Dan, yeah, let's move to our own Ragavan bat. I'm gonna swing the monkey over at you, Hidden, for 2.
Alright, I guess I got a response.
Yeah.
And I crack this treasure, tap that. I'm gonna try and cast this Orcish Bowmaster.
Ooh, that's gross.
Alright, it's gonna ETB and it's gonna point 1 damage at Ragavan.
Yep, monkey's dead.
That will get me an Orc army.
Outside of that, I think I'm going to move to my post-combat main phase. We're going to play Paradise Mantle.
Mm-hmm.
Then I believe I tap 2 for this Talisman of Conviction. It'll be your turn, Dano.
In your end step, I will crack an Arid Mesa. We are going to grab the baddest of lands. I'll tap for black. Exile a Simian Spirit Guide. I too would like to cast Bowmasters.
Oh my goodness.
Enter the battlefield. I would like to ping the Hidden's Bowmasters.
I would say we should have teamed up to kill the Elvish Reclaimer.
That's what it should have been.
Definitely should have.
Yeah.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I think. Tap for red. I'm going to cast. Oh, look! A Ragavan!
Oh my goodness.
A pass turn to Misha.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw.
So many monkeys. So many bowmasters.
Let's play a Gaia's Cradle. I'll play a Moonblessed Cleric, getting an Earthcraft.
I will untap. I will
Oh, the reason for his basic.
draw my card. I guess for 2, I'll cast this Talisman of Indulgence. Then, yeah, I think I'm actually just kind of done. I'm 1 short from casting Rakdos, unfortunately.
All right. Hopefully I can reanimate this Ragavan. Interesting. I want to do a thing, but there's stuff out here that I can't do the thing. Going to white A1 to make white. I'm going to cast this Grand Abolisher. All right. I equip the Paradise Mantle to the Abolisher, and then I am just going to pass it after that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just-
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Interesting. Okay. I would like to move to combat. Chris,
Ooh.
I would like to send the Ragavan at you.
You know what? I'll take it. All right. You get a Mystic Remora.
Ooh!
You get a fish. Do you want the fish?
And I know that there's an Earthcraft on board. Oh, we're taking the fish.
All right, you got the fish, buddy.
We got the fish. We got there. Search for card.
My grandpa's deck has many bad cards, and one of them is Mystic Remora.
After that, I will cast a Mana Bolt. I'll pass the turn there.
Sweet. I'm going to untap. I'm going to upkeep, and I'm going to draw an Earthcraft. I'm going to tap for 2 with the Gaia's Cradle and cast an Earthcraft.
Yeah, Mr. Gamar trigger.
You're good.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm going to tap a green and a white and attempt to cast a Namri Skull.
Hell yeah, you have a Mystic trigger.
You can draw.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
I am going to grab a Collector Oof, and then
No, a Collector Oof.
I'm going to tap the Moonblessed Cleric to untap the forest, tap the forest for green, tap the Elvish Reclaimer to untap the forest, tap the forest for green, and cast a Collector Oof.
All right, let's all put our rocks in different parts of the board so that we don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, that shuts me off of white mana. All right.
Yeah, it does.
Cool. That is my turn.
Okay. I will play out this luxury suite. This stinks. Should just cast my commander last turn. I guess I'm gonna cast as Impure.
Okay.
Let's see what I can actually get. I guess I'm getting
Just
this
sort of-
Reckless Barbarian. But I'm gonna be done after that.
Righty. How do I do this where it works for me? How many cards are in your hand, Dano?
Looks like 6.
Okay. So going to tap the Volcanic Island. We're gonna play K9. Then after that, I'm gonna say you got it, pass turn.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 2 cards here and leave it as is. Bye, Remora. Fish is gone. Okay, let's move to combat. Misha, I'd like to swing this Ragavan at you.
Sure. I'll take 2 Ragavan and reveal an Archon of Emeria.
Ooh!
Okay.
I will make this treasure that I certainly can't use, but at least the Emeria is gone, right?
I'm fine with that being gone. I couldn't cast it anyways.
Yeah. Second main phase, let's pay a black Imperial Seal. Let's find a card. That card is, wouldn't you like to know, Wither Boy? I think it's going to be that then. Misha,
Yeah,
I'm going to pass to you.
Okay. So this is going to stay in exile.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to play a forest and pass the turn.
I'm just gonna cast my Reckless Barbarian. But I'm going to be done after that.
Alrighty. Well, here I go. God's own prototype, boys and girls. Fine. All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to play this fun surveil land, Thundering Falls.
A Surveil land in cEDH?
And see what? Sorry, guys. It's a budget Steam Vents. So I get the Surveil one of ETBs. I think I keep that on top. We're gonna keep that on top. And Dan, well, I don't have to worry about a fun thing. We're about oof. Can't really touch Misha's board. I could attack Dano because that'd be funny. We're gonna throw Grand Abolisher at Dano for 2.
Yeah, that's fine. Ow, my face!
And then yeah, after that, I'm passing the turn.
Cool. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Hey, I wonder what I drew. Okay. That could change some things. Okay. I would like to tap Badlands. I'd love to cast Culling the Weak, sacrificing the Orc army.
I will respond with Culling the Weak on the stack. I am going to tap the Elvish Reclaimer to sack a forest and grab a plains.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that is all I'm going to do.
So I now have 4 mana floating. I'd love to cast Beseech the Mirror. With Bargain. Bargain is sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast the spell. Well, I have this nice little treasure here.
Guess what I'm about to do, boys and girls? I am going to say that's okay.
So I would like to search my deck for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. If it was Bargain, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if that spell's mana value is 4 or less. The card is Fire Covenant. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I pay 13 life.
Unfortunately, this is your second spell this turn, so I can't even do the thing that I want to do.
Oh no! Toby has the Mindbreak Trap!
Well, no, it wouldn't matter anyway, because you have Mana Vault for Flusterstorm. That's what I was going for. Yeah, it's good with Myth Resolving. So I'm just putting my stuff in the grave and stuff appropriately.
Cool.
Also, he wouldn't have any mana for Flusterstorm.
Mana Vault is still on the board with Collector.
Yeah, Oof is still on the board.
Oh, I let it resolve anyway. I'm learning from my mistake.
I would like to attempt to move to combat. Hey, Chris.
Yep, that's me.
Take a Ragavan.
And you get a Deflecting Swat.
Love to see it. That's a treasure. Does he actually have the Mindbreak Trap, or does he just have Flusterstorm like he told me? Okay, so navigate this assuming either, right? Okay, so second main phase. Red, some colorless. Dockside?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Dockside.
Now's your chance.
I don't have a response.
Is it the Mindbreak? Is it the Mindbreak?
It's the Mindbreak Trap.
Oh, no,
Dockside is exile.
Damn it.
Right?
If it resolves, he does play red, so he might have access to one of the colored things, even though Simian Spirit Guide's in exile.
I don't have my commander in play right now for the deflecting slot.
Gross.
No, that's fine. I'll pass the turn.
And tap upkeep and draw.
That's right. Now we got to see if either myself or Hidden's Dockside's hit play in any way, shape, or form.
Well, that's what originally the Imperial Recruiter was going to grab, but...
You know it. You love it. It's a lush portico in this economy.
A tap land in this economy?
I am going to throw a Wandering Archaic to the yard. That's my beautiful turn.
What a beautiful turn it was.
Let's see, I guess 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, here he comes.
I'm just gonna cast my
Thank you,
commander.
Rakdos is finally here.
Oh boy.
And then I guess just follow that up with an Arcane Signet. But I'm going to be done after that.
All right, a draw for turn. I think I kind of do this now because this monkey's being a pain in my bum. We're gonna play the War Doctor.
My monkey's never hurt nobody.
We're doing that. After that, I'm just gonna pass it.
Untap. I'm not untapping the Mana Vault, so I will take another life here.
Down to 19 life.
It's fine. Life doesn't matter in this game, except for that big old 6/5 heading my way. That is an Exotic Orchard as my land. Move to combat. Hey, Misha. Monkey. Ooh, it's a Delighted Halfling. Oh, that's a War Doctor in play. Okay, maybe I can do that.
I would say you have a trigger for the War Doctor, right?
I believe if it's exiled, this is correct.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Dano to realize that.
Well, I have something else in hand that would quickly eliminate me from this game.
Well, I was going to say, also,
Rakdos
exiles cards off my top, so...
So I will pay a green from the forest to cast the Delighted Halfling.
The War Doctor's not scary, I promise. You've all played against him before. He's not scary.
I lost to him before.
You live by the turbo, you die by the turbo. Well, here we are. Pay it black. I would like to cast this Tiny Bones. Now I can cast your stuff out of yard. I will pass the turn to Misha.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm going to tap for 2 white, a green, and cast a Palace Jailer, targeting the Rakdos.
Yeah. Do I want to put Rakdos command zone? I guess I will.
Okay. I still do get Monarchy. I will pass the turn and draw my card from Monarchy.
Because Rakdos would technically go to exile before the command zone, I get a counter.
Yikes.
And you drew your card, right, Misha?
I did, yes.
From Monarchy?
Yes.
Hey, that means I get a Bowmaster's trigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hit
That one's
yourself.
going to go at Misha's face.
I guess 2, 3,
Raise your hand if you forgot about Bowmasters. It was me.
4, 7, 8. All right. So I'm exiling 2 cards out of my graveyard.
Oh.
Oh.
4, 5, 7, 8. I gotta exile 1 more or pay 1 more mana. I guess I'll just pay 1 more mana. Skib.
Oh, return a creature to your hand.
Skibsig Muck Druckers. It's a 3/6 with Delve, and when it enters the battlefield, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand.
I also get a exile trigger because of, passing turn after you said.
Bowmasters in hand. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have to keep Bowmasters out.
Yeah, that's fine. I've had 1 trigger off of this thing.
Yeah, no,
we're
it's
fine.
not an overall great thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, not today.
3 spoilers. 2 1. Okay.
But who knows? Maybe he's holding a Wheel of Fortune in hand.
Yeah. We're gonna move to combat.
Ow.
I'm gonna swing the War Doctor at me, but with the trigger on the stack for attacking, I'm going to target Dano's Tiny Bone.
He's so tiny. He explode.
And goes to exile per the War Doctor's ability.
Yeah.
If it would die this way, it gets exiled instead, so I'll get another counter. Post-combat main phase, assuming Amisha was blocking, which she did, I'm going to pay 3. Is that how I do that? Yeah, pay 3. I'm going to cast a Burger. After that, I will pass my turn.
Okie dokie. On to upkeep. That's still tapped. I take 1. I would like to attempt to move to combat. Misha, an orc army and a Ragavan heading your direction.
I'm gonna not block.
I would say I will respond before damage.
Yeah.
We did it.
The
thank you.
Ragavan's not staying.
Yeah, I'll cast my Orcish Bowmaster, and I will attempt to ping the Ragavan.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, now I take the Monarchy. That's a problem, because now it tags my Bowmasters. Okay, second main phase. I will tap Sacrifice the Orc Army for 2 black. Tap Badlands for a 3rd black. And cast the spell I really shouldn't be casting.
Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of Fortune?
Necropotence.
Oh!
Oh, that's fine.
There's a War Doctor on the board.
How many counters am I just going to preemptively put on this thing?
That's a great question. So we're going to play it fast and loose. I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have a Monarch trigger. I'm going to do 4.
So 4, so it's going to be 8 total. Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha.
All right, so you have
Forgetting about the
your-
Monarch, that would.
I say, just let me know when you draw your card.
So these cards are going to sit over here where you can't see them yet. 2, 3, 4. I draw here. I draw the 1 card.
All
You
right.
have a target.
I will target your Bowmaster.
No! And then these 4 are going to my hand. I have 7 in hand. I will pass the turn.
All right, I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. I am going to cast a Recruiter of the Guard. Cool. Toughness 2 or less. Do I play Responsibility or do I play not Responsibility?
You typically want to be responsible on this one.
Fine, I'm going to grab a Skyclave Apparition.
Sick.
Tap the Recruiter of the Guard to untap the Plains. Tap the Plains, tap the Chrome Box for a white, and the Gaia's Cradle to attempt to cast a Skyclave Apparition. Targeting War Doctor?
Yeah.
Cool. That is my turn.
All right. Untap, upkeep. I'm gonna play out this very useful Gemstone Caverns. Let's see.
Hidden is over here tapping a lot of mana, or untapping a lot of mana.
No,
Yeah.
Hidden's fine. We can just let Hidden do whatever he wants to do.
He's
I'm
doing
gonna
fine.
try and cast this Ashnod's Altar.
Oh!
I'm going to respond. I am going to cast a Silence on top of the Ashnod's Altar.
There it is.
I have a Burgie trigger. I will get a red from the Burger trigger and then Silence on the stack.
I guess this is a toughie. I think I'll just send the 2/2 Orc Army Dano's way.
Yeah, no blocks.
Okay. Come the Monarch. And then I'll go to my end step and I will draw my card.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Wild. Yeah, why not? Let's get funky with it. Red and a colorless. Let's attempt to cast a Dockside Extortionist. Burgie trigger.
Hey, there it is.
That's what I just drew off the top of my library.
I
3,
will spend the treasure for a black mana.
So I believe it's 9. All right, so we're at
Yep.
9 tree jars. What the heck do I do with 9 treasure tokens? Give me my Maximilian Pegasus. So 9 treasures plus red mana from the burger. Okay, so use the red from burger to put the Paradise Mantle on Bergie. Tap for 3 blue. I'm going to transmute Muddle the Mixture. I will grab Merchant Scroll. Then with 2 going to 7, I will cast a Merchant Scroll with a burger trigger. Intuition. Let's do some shenanigans. So, 3 treasures for 3 white. I'm going to cast a Savine's Reclamation. Target's going to be Grand Abolisher.
Dano, do you have a response?
I do, and here's where I cast my Entomb.
I have no response to Entomb.
Great. It's going to be Hoarding Broodlord. I'm good. Fast priority.
I am going to evoke an Endurance, pitching a Legolas's Quick Reflexes.
Spicy.
Nice.
Obviously hitting Chris's graveyard.
Yeah, why not? Going to just cast the Intuition now. I get a burger trigger.
I guess I'm just gonna Red Elemental Blast that.
No, it's okay. I totally respect it because now I'm going to really kill myself. 2 of the treasures for blue using the burger mana. I'm just going to cast a Time Twister.
Oh, no!
So I've got a response. I'm gonna tap that for a black. I'm gonna cast this Dark Ritual. Then I'm gonna cast a Saw in Half, targeting my Orcish Bowmaster.
God!
That's going to be it.
Alright, so the Saw in Half is going to destroy the Orcish Bowmaster, and I will get 2 copies. And then I've got 2 points of damage to point off ETBs. I am going to hit the Skyclave Apparition.
The Skyclave Apparition is down. And Chris gets a 4/4 off of that.
Yes.
I believe we have a Time Twister going off.
I
We
have
have a Time
no
Twister
response to
going
Time
on.
Twister.
I have to find a way to prevent 14 damage on my face with the 7 cards, so...
At this point, I'm just hoping for an Angel's Grace. So we have 42 Bowmaster triggers on the stack.
42.
And I have red mana.
That's unfortunately not enough to kill both Misha and Dano. I think so. I think I'm going to point 36 at Misha, and then I've got 6 triggers left. 3 on Bergie. I'll put the last 3, so I'll put 2 on the Delighted Halfling, and then 1 on the Recruiter of the Guard.
I am going to evoke a Solitude, pitching a Woodland Acolyte, targeting my Recruiter of the Guard. So I will gain 1 life off of that.
That's other.
okay, so we have the 2 targets for Halfling. Let's make a colorless.
7. With Solitude on the stack, I'm going to untap a land.
You're
Cool.
Right,
I'm going to go down to 1 life.
I have 2 mana. I have mana compliments for turn. I'm just going to pay 1 for confluence for white, treasure for white. I'm just going to recast Grand Abolisher.
Boo. I'll respond to the cast.
Yeah.
I'll cast Enlightened Tutor.
And then I'm going to use the red from the burger mana, since the Enlightened Tutor's going to be fine. I'm just going to equip it to a dockside just to equip something and use the mana. And then once Dano's finding his thing, it'll be his turn.
Yeah, let's put Cursed Mirror on top. Untap. That doesn't. Take a 1. Verdant Catacombs is my land.
good.
Okay, I think... God, this is tough. The problem is, it's not going to go well if I draw it.
If you just draw, I mean, as long as it's not a Wheel of Fortune.
I don't know why it would be Wheel of Fortune. Oh, boy. I would like to pay 1 life to exile the top card of my library
Okay.
with Necropotence. I'd like to pay 1 life to activate Verdant Catacombs. I'd like to take this Raucous Theater out of my... and Surveil 1. Son of a bitch. That doesn't help me at all. That card is going to go to the bin. It's an Underworld Breach. Man, Time Twister messed me up. I'm playing a losing game over here. I will pay 2 more life to exile the next 2 cards and call it there. Unstep, these go to hand.
During your end step, I have an action as well. I'm going to Worldly Tutor. Skyclave Apparition.
Okay. Cleaning up because I exile the thing. Talisman of Indulgence is getting exiled.
I will untap, upkeep, draw. play a command tower. Let's tap a white, a green, and a white, and cast a Skyclade Apparition. Grand Abolisher. I'm going to tap for 3. How am I going to do this? I'm going to tap for 3. Court
You
of
definitely
Calling.
search for your Dryad Arbor.
Grabbing a Dryad Arbor. Passing the turn.
Well, let's see if this Vamp Tutor. I will
You know, I've
untap,
sat and watched those.
draw.
Upkeep.
Oh, sorry.
I would like to cast this Silence in my hand.
Sure.
A Vamp Tutor and Rakdos with Ashnod's Altar? No.
I'll respond to the silence. I'm going to both sage you the Ashnod's Altar.
That I will. I guess I'll keep that card on top. So then I'm good to let the silence resolve. Draw the card that I was supposed to. I will play this Blood Crypt tapped. Then I will go to combat.
Bring it.
Orc is going at Dano. And then I will send one Bowmaster and a Muck Drucker at Misha.
I will block the Muck Drucker and die to the Bowmaster.
I will pass the turn.
All right, it's up to me. God's own prototype.
I do draw you the Monarch.
Hidden. How many cards are in your hand?
I have 7. I mean, I'll take a Wheel of Fortune.
So I'm going to cast a Windfall. Holding priority, I'm going to tap the Dockside and cast an Enlightened Tutor on top of that. All right, so we're going to do the E-Tutor first. All right, so Underworld Breach goes on top. Dan, yeah, you said Windfall is good to resolve?
Yep, we'll draw 7 new cards and discard.
Yep, and I will take, 7 damage? 14 damage?
Yep, 14.
All right, puts me at 19. I'm going to pay to taking 1, going to 18. I'm going to cast a Expressive Iteration. 1, 2, 3. Holy heck. If only. All right, we're going to put Last Chance into exile. We're going to put that into hand and this on the bottom. And then, yeah, I just get to pass my turn.
Do I have a third
Okay.
silence coming up? I'm going to start off with a defense grid.
It doesn't really matter. We're just going to force negation, pitching Force of Will.
I guess next will be a Wishclaw Talisman.
Wishclaw is good.
We'll tap it to go searching. I guess I'll get that card. Attempt an Underworld Breach.
Yeah, you got a breach.
I guess I will just Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor, exile, Death Mantle, a Shriekmaw. Invoke a Shriekmaw.
Yep, you got it.
Swing for a bunch.
Well, that was a crazy game. So many Ragavans, so little time. And Dano had to curse us all by saying that Orcish Bowmasters wasn't very good this game. Thanks again to Hidden for stopping by, and congrats on pulling off the win. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel, Dad on Board, for some amazing cEDH content. Please like, share, and subscribe, and always remember to kiss the homies.